everybody, and we are live. I'm Cindy Allen, Editor-in-Chief of Interior Design, and I'm excited we're all
Cindy,
here.
we're not up. Just wait.
Oh,
Sorry,
we're not
Cindy.
up. Okay.
No, we're going to this.
Okay. Hi, everybody, and we are live. I'm Cindy Allen, Editor-in-Chief of Interior Design and your good friend, and I'm excited we're all together today to talk about, well, frankly, everyone's favorite and sizzling hot topic, kitchen and bath. And who better to talk kitchen and bath than with my dear friend, Susie Williford, Executive Vice President and Chief Strategy Officer of the National Kitchen and Bath Association. We're going to catch up, and then, drum roll please, we're going to reveal NKBA's 30 Under 30 class of 2022. And we have two 30 Under 30 rising stars here today, right here, right now. So let's go. Susie, how are you, my friend?
Hello, Cindy. You know, it's been too long. It's just the
I
months,
know.
bam, bam, bam. The months are flying by.
I know. I can't believe it. I was so used to us like catching up like over the pandemic. Thank goodness that I got to see you. And it's been a little bit of time right now. So hi, everybody. It's Susie, amazing Susie. And we're live and it's wonderful to be all together. And by the way, you know, we missed KBIS so much last year in terms of being there. So the good news is, right? The good news is next year we're going to be together.
The good news is we're full blown in planning. We have a great amount of people registered already. We have all kinds of exhibitors. We've got between the two shows, you know, over 1,000 exhibitors. You know, it's hopefully going to be business as normal. We'll make sure everybody's safe and healthy. But I mean, cool things like ICFF Pavilion, German Pavilion, Global Pavilion. We've got the next stage full of stuff. We've got the opening event. We've got the bash. We have we're working on for Tuesday night, and of course, we've got an event with you. It's just. I think everybody's so excited to come back together, and there's so many things, plus the new product offerings by the exhibitors that have been like working on this for almost 2 years now. Boom, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be, it sounds crazy. It sounds amazing. Yes, everyone has missed each other so much. Yeah. And, you know, through all of this, the kitchen and bath industry is hotter than ever, right?
Right. Very busy. It's extraordinarily busy. Both new home starts are up, but the remodeling part has just gone crazy. I think everybody realized that their home needed something. You know, when you're in it, it's amazing how our lives have changed, because when you're out of it, you don't think about it. You come home, you're too tired, you don't care, you know, but then you're in it, and all of a sudden you start realizing that it could be better. And so everybody's busy. That's good.
I know, like even you renovated your kitchen.
I did.
Yeah.
Boy, let me tell you, now it's been over a year because that was one of the first things I did when it shut down. And it was an expense, no doubt. I mean, I was like, oh, love every minute of it.
Yeah.
It has made my life so much better. My only regret, and this is to all you people that look at your kitchen, don't wait. I waited way too long to do it. I would have enjoyed it. I could have enjoyed it for so much longer.
Yeah, great advice. Just do it. Just do it. You got to schedule somebody because everyone's booked up, but then do it.
Right, just do it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get down to the main event today. This is very, very exciting. You're going to tell us all about it, but we're going to reveal NKBA's 30 Under 30 class of 2022. Okay, and I know this is the second year you're doing this, so just for everyone out there, tell us about the program, Suze.
Well, we are really, really proud of our 30 under 30 class of 2022, and so happy that we have the opportunity to reveal them with you because it's a big deal.
Yeah.
The 30 to under 30s is an elite group of professionals, 30 and under. And I mean, if you're 29 and 355 days, you can make it, but that's it. Who are truly the best of the best. And this year, our program is sponsored by Delta Faucet, which we're so grateful because we've had such great participation from our sponsors, and it's so mutually beneficial for everyone. And this is a really important program for support because this is like sowing the seeds for the future. And, I cannot tell you how many people that have come out of our 30 classes that are superstars. I mean, in our inaugural class was Richard A to Z. Look at where he is today.
Yeah.
Jonathan Barfeld from Lee Bear. I mean, we've got people after people that came out and they are superstars. And our 30s are passionate about their careers, about learning, about growing, about our association, and the challenges. But one of the biggest things for them that they get is right away, they have a network. You know how we formed our network, you and me, of professional women that have like minds. And well, these people, 30 years old, they get with a group of people that are like-minded and that are all on their way up.
I love that. And I love that kind of community because when you're young, you really need to have those connections, the exposure, the community. So wait a minute. So it's an elite group and you have to be under 30. So like, why don't I qualify? Like, what's the deal?
Are you under 30? You look great, sister, but I don't think you're under 30.
I'm kidding. So, but here's the thing. Just tell everybody, like, who gets to be like 30, under 30?
NKBA is an all-industry association, which is very unique. And we really represent all disciplines. So the 30 under 30s can be anybody in the kitchen and bath universe, a designer, a remodeler, an architect, a sales professional, a manufacturer's rep, someone from a manufacturing company, an installer, a cabinet maker. So that's the beauty of it. We get a great diverse group, and some of them are already NKBA certified. They're designers. Some of them are qualified CEU speakers for our educational sessions and our webinars. And we have a few that are already holding officer positions in our chapters. And the nice thing about it is this is across North America. So we've got Canadian and American, and they're all well represented. This is, interestingly, the 10th year of the program. So we started this program in 2013. So with this class, we will now have 300 honorees.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, we have an alumni event, every year where whoever comes can come together and see their old friends and the people that came in the classes below, above or behind them. And I was talking to one of the team members on plan, and I'm like, we're going to have to get bigger rooms because these kids, I mean, there's so many of them.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, just to be, first of all, a decade, that's like a real thing. And just to be clear, so it's a decade of the program. This is the second year that we have been doing this piece of it, sharing it with everybody in this way, in this sort of virtual way, which is fantastic. So, Susie, tell everybody some of the, I know there are a lot of perks, but give us a Cliff Notes version of some of the perks.
Well, one of the things is they do get special treatment. There's no doubt about it. And it is, it's kind of a crown that they can wear. People are always impressed by the 30s. And this year they're inducted. When the year they're inducted, we bring them to KBIS for a special ceremony. And when I say we bring them, we pay their way. They come and they get special treatment. And then they participate in the 30s Choice Awards for the show. And I love this because they identify major trends, but they look at it from a different lens because they're a little younger. They identify the trends, product design and innovations, technology, sustainable business practices, and emerging business models. So they do have to work because this is not easy when you can imagine the size. And they shine in front of the whole industry when they're presenting their findings. Everybody gets to see them. And because KBIS was virtual last year, I felt really bad about that.
Me too.
2021 class is like, did they get gypped? So we're actually going to bring them to KBIS in 2022. I think that's fair. But their notoriety and the stuff they get to do does not end at KBIS, because as current alumni members to the program, they're usually invited to special events. Sometimes they go to factories. They do thought leaderships and summits and experiences for years to come. For instance, SKS, who was a sponsor one year, brought them out to their design center in Napa. I got to go with them, which was kind of cool. That was an amazing couple of days, and I know they're still talking about it. And it's a great opportunity for also for the sponsor to use them as a focus group. They're very thought-provoking, and because you're getting all different aspects, and Delta has been so involved and so excited about the 30s that I think it's going to be a great year for them.
That's wonderful. I mean, look, there is nothing like, so for any under 30 out there, there's nothing like having this kind of support from an association, from the association that you want to connect with, that you want to connect with others, that you want to learn from and grow. So I applaud you sincerely for them and for the industry, because we're always looking for the future. So one last question, if you would boil it down to, like, I don't know, a few fundamentals, what do you say is the true foundation of the program?
Well, it was really designed in the beginning to first of all, identify and then celebrate the future rock stars, because it became very apparent that the youth in our business, our industry, and our association were really, truly rock stars. I mean, I'd go to chapter meetings, and it was just blowing me away.
Right.
I call them kids, and I'm not being disrespectful.
Right. Me too.
I get to call them kids.
Yeah.
It was evident that they would be leaders, and it wouldn't be the long, arduous road that I took, probably you took. These kids are going to move quick because they know what to do. And the program is really about learning, networking with some of the top executives that get to know them, designers and other professionals that become aware of them, and the fact that they have the opportunity to share innovative ideas and get to be disruptors in our industry, which is kind of exciting. So we're really proud just to play a role in nurturing and identifying their professional development. When I see one of them excel, I have to say I almost have, like, I don't know, this tremendous pride. Bill gets so excited about the 30s, and I almost feel a little maternal on the whole thing, because you watch him grow and you're like, you know what? I don't know. We didn't do this, but maybe we had a little tiny part.
For sure you did. And I feel the same way with the design community. I feel like they're all my children. So we're both maternal in that way. And I think it shows. I think the care and the love and the support shows. Okay, so wait, we got to get them on. So for everyone out there, so lucky that we have two of our 30 under 30s are coming live, speaking with Cindy and Susie right now. We have Cara Hansen. So she's from Triple Dot Design Studio. That's in Vancouver. Canada has amazing talent out there. And then we have Jesse Jarrett. He's senior designer for Jarrett Design in Pennsylvania. I love Pennsylvania. We got to talk about that. First of all, congratulations, you guys. How are you? How are you feeling?
Thank you so much. Yes, very excited. Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, I'm thrilled to be here.
Yeah, Cara, how are you? Cara, I don't know if your volume is on.
I'm sorry, I unmuted myself.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm really excited to be part of this group. You guys kind of hit the nail on the head that it's going to be an amazing networking opportunity. I'm super excited about meeting people all over the continent, so it'll be really cool.
Fantastic. Okay, so before we get started, we want to show some of the work, which looks really good. I do want to ask you how you guys have both managed during the pandemic. How's your business? And how's it looking? Is it feeling pretty bright? Is it getting brighter? Jesse.
Sure. Yeah, it's grown a lot. We've had a ton of projects coming in, and I think at one time I had maybe 30 projects of my own. So it was a lot to balance. We still do have a long wait list of about I think 4 to 6 months. So we're just trying to keep up, and back orders have been crazy. The project management has had to ramp up a little bit. We just have to be on top of things and follow up with people and make sure that we're doing our part, and it just requires a lot more patience and understanding, but we've seemed to grow a lot through it.
Yeah, I mean, Cara, you and Jesse, both of you are, it's sort of in the family, or there's connections throughout. So I imagine that your families have been able to give you some perspective as well, which I think is really, really helpful. Cara,
Oh, sorry.
how's it been?
It's been good. I mean, it's been the best year for my business since I started, and that's really fortunate as a new business going through a pandemic. I actually hired my first employee at the beginning of the year, so I was like, I don't know how I did it all on my own before.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, and
my
you started your business pretty early on, just a few years out of graduating college. How hard was that?
um, it was scary. It was a big step, but it was easier than I expected. And I don't think it's an easy thing, but I probably had worst case scenario in my head, and I just worked my butt off to keep getting projects and keep networking. And networking is one of the biggest things you can do to kind of progress your business,
That's for sure.
among other things.
And Jesse, your mom is a designer, right?
Yes, she's the owner of Jarrett Design, and she's been designing for a long time. Even before she started this business, she built a house for us growing up and fully renovated a second home for us. So yeah, she's been doing this a long time, and she's been my biggest mentor, the one who's really taught me this whole industry.
It's Susie. It's not. I don't think it's a coincidence that both of these designers actually have it in their family history, where you see the work, which is a level above, right?
Right. I applaud that, because it's not always easy to do second generation business. And I actually did it, not in design, but plumbing, hardware, all that stuff. It's not an easy thing to do, because you have to find your own place.
Right.
And to be able to do that and excel to the point that you're recognized as a supercharged person in the 30s program, good for you guys.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Well, I want to. So this is what we'll do, so that we can keep everybody sort of active. I'm going to go from project to project. So we're going to jump from Cara to Jesse and Cara to Jesse, and we're going to talk about 3 different projects as we talk about your career. All right. So Cara, we're going to start with the Violet Street project.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to ask you, because there's this beautiful, we're going to see it throughout. You have this fearlessness when it comes to color, but it's very edited. And, I think that's the real key to using color, is to have an edited hand. First, tell us about the project.
So this was actually one of the first projects I started when I did my company. I won a Georgie Award, which is a provincial design award for this one. Some of the challenges in designing this was the homeowners. The guy was super tall and the woman super tiny, so just having like a balance of low storage and high storage to accommodate them both. They surprised me and wanted to go blue, so we picked this really beautiful navy blue, which I find is a very classic one. With colors, like you said, you have to edit them down. You have to make sure that they're timeless and that they're not going to be super, I don't know, pastel-y. I always say chalky, like you want to keep away from like super chalky colors. We balanced it off with a wood island just to kind of break up the darkness of it. One of my favorite details, I don't think I sent a picture of it though, is in that little desk area, I ran the tile from the floor, and it actually goes in behind those glass cabinets.
Oh, really?
To kind of
That's
bring
nice.
that texture. Yeah, and we completely opened up this main
Yeah,
floor.
because it's open to the living room, right?
Yeah, the kitchen was just like a little post stamp before. It had a lot of walls, and where the edge of the island is, there used to be a hallway. We replaced this gas fireplace, added in some big bookshelves, which you can see that oak relates back to the island to kind of tie it in together. It's important in open spaces to kind of have some kind of continuity, but you also want to make them their individual spaces, or else it just looks too matchy-matchy. And then we refaced this fireplace with the full brick because we built it out. It used to be flat against the wall. I'm a really big fan of having dimension in your fireplace, so I like to build those out.
Yeah, it's a beautiful project, and I do love that the client, and I think we're hearing more of it as well, that the client said they're going to go for color, right?
Mm-hmm. And I feel like I get that a lot, but it might be because I have a lot of color in my portfolio, but I'm
Right.
always a big fan when clients let me kind of explore color.
Yeah, well, congrats on that. Okay, Jesse, you're next. And what are we going to go to? We're going to go to the Long Pond Lodge. There we go. By the way, even this shot is a wowzer, Jesse. I understand that you graduated from the University of Miami with a BS in electrical engineering and a focus on audio engineering. All of those are actually super helpful these days in terms of the technology and the usefulness of our homes and having a smart home. So have you found that as well?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing I took from engineering was problem solving and critical thinking, which definitely comes about in the design process, but especially during installation when things don't really happen the way you want them to, or something's discovered and you need to problem solve through that. As far as like smart home technology, I guess we're getting more and more into it, but it's more just lighting, cabinet accessories, and new appliances like steam ovens and built-in coffee machines. But we haven't gotten into a whole lot of some of the home systems that are pretty unbelievable now that you can use your smartphone to do just about everything.
Well, you will. You know what I loved about all of the images of your projects is like you seem to be super organized, or at least you're trying to make your clients super organized, because the cabinets are always like you always have the open close of keeping things exactly where they should be. How has that been for you?
Yeah, we have a really long survey, probably about 10 pages, that we take the client through in the beginning, and we ask them what appliances they want to keep out, what do they want to tuck away, what do they need accessories for, and we try to jot all that stuff down. We start designing, we find a place for it, and we don't like a whole lot of clutter. I don't think anyone does. So oftentimes we are tucking things away, and maybe the microwave isn't on the counter. It's a built-in, which is very common, but just a simple example of, get appliances off your countertops, and maybe knife blocks go inside of drawers instead of on your countertop. And kitchen is meant to be lived in, though. These pictures are more staging than real life. I do have to admit that.
I know, but even the office, like the office that seems to be next door, I love that you put the printer away.
Right. Yes. Yeah. No, that's a good point. I kind of forgot about that one. Yeah. It's, we had to make those cabinets extra deep. They may have been something like 30 deep to allow for that printer. We had to spec all that out and make sure it would fit on the rollout tray and all that. But it's really, it's useful because if you're just working from home, maybe just on Sundays, well, you don't want that printer out all week. So to tuck it away is really nice.
Yeah. And then the bathroom, was that the original size of the bathroom?
It wasn't actually. No, we had more room in the bedroom that's on the other side of the wall that the vanity's on, and we took some space out of the bedroom. We just didn't feel like it was necessary, and it did a lot for the bathroom because the layout before was just really, really tight. Everything, a really small shower, and I think there were two separate vanities. One was just like a makeup area, and then there's just a single sink. So pushing out that wall really allowed us to get a layout that we felt comfortable with, to do a double sink vanity and a shower.
Yeah, the shower looks fantastic. Great job. Okay, Cara, we're going to flip it back to you. The next
Okay.
project is, you coined it Midnight in Paris, and it's a condo
Yeah.
renovation.
Yeah. So this condo we actually completely opened up. There used to be a bunch of closets. The kitchen was really closed off, and because it was a top floor, we were able to remove walls without really compromising the structural integrity. And we did this beautiful chevron. I think it's a chevron. I can't remember anymore, but a beautiful chevron floor in there. And then I designed this kind of custom built-in table because it's not a huge space. So
Yeah.
with you have to really maximize everything. So we did this nice waterfall detail against this butcher block countertop. And then we put in a new gas fireplace and floating shelves there. But it was just a beautiful space because there's so much light.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
and then
the light is lovely. And I like what you said too, you know, that you opened it up and it's not such a big space. So you still had to be super clever about, how you created a dining room table, and it worked so well. You also did, the bathroom is quite beautiful in this
yeah,
project. Is it upstairs, or I was trying to figure out where it was?
no, the bath. This is
Yes.
actually the ensuite, so
Oh,
it's just off their bedroom. This was phase two, so we did this a couple years
right.
later. But this is probably one of the favorite vanities I've designed with that
Hmm.
fluted front.
Yeah.
And the clients really wanted a black ceiling, so we made that happen. But it's actually a really cool element in there because it pulls off all the black fixtures. And then just having that really big mirror allows that light to bounce off again because it still isn't a huge space. We did increase it by a few inches to allow for a larger tub, and then having this nice kind of textured floor. And then you can see that the texture of the vanity kind of plays into the texture in the tile because that's also kind of a ribbed tile.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You said a couple interesting things for everyone out there listening. Number one is, have good relationships with your clients because they come back. And so this client came back, and this was the second renovation. I love that they wanted the black. It really created like such architecture in the
Mhm.
bathroom. But so did the beautiful details of the vanity, and also even even this beautiful grill of the door that's outside the bathroom.
So we had that door kind of, well, I designed it. It was custom made. So it was a flat panel door and then had this kind of CNC screen that you can get from Richelieu. And we mounted those together and painted them all out so that we got this texture. But then we didn't want to be able to see inside the closet. So we wanted that solid backing and then just carried it on with the same doorknobs we had throughout, which
Gorgeous.
also have a little bit of a ribbed texture on that rosette there.
Gorgeous. Susie, can you believe we're looking at work from 30 under 30? Come on, right?
I know, I'm just sitting here marveling at it, and I love these doors. Everything both of them have done has just been beautiful.
Yeah, Richelieu, everybody. Okay, Jesse, next. We have to talk about Pennsylvania. It's so interesting when I heard that you were from Pennsylvania. This is a carriage house. I mean, there's so many extraordinarily beautiful older homes. So much history in Pennsylvania. It's lovely to see you working in some of these spaces.
Sorry, you were lagging a little bit. Could you
Oh,
just repeat the
no,
last
just
part of that?
these beautiful old homes that are in Pennsylvania. It's wonderful to see you working in some of those.
Yep. Yeah. Our building, for example, the one our showroom is in, is over 100 years old. We're renovating it right now, but we're trying to stay true to all the as many original items as possible. So our floors, for example, are original. They're 100 years old, pine floors. And yeah, we really love the old homes that we come across.
Beautiful. So let's talk about this project.
So yeah, this is the Salk and Carriage house. We just finished this up not too long ago. It was a work in progress of about 2 years. It's new construction. It is one of my favorites because I was able to work alongside the construction crew from basically since they framed the house to completion. So we do a lot of renovations, and I don't always get to spec things like interior doors, flooring, trim, wainscoting, all the light fixtures for the whole house, wallpaper. We get into some of that stuff, but not to this extent. This was 3-bedroom, 3-bath, the full kitchen, the bar. I think we had a built-in behind the dining table, so it was a lot to manage. But yeah, I really love this one.
Wait, so wait,
so
just
the client
wait.
had.
Oh, I thought it was because it was called a carriage house, so it wasn't old.
We tricked you. We tricked you. Yeah, we've done some old carriage houses. This one's new, but the builder has been, staying true to like the farmhouse style. Some carriage houses here and there for many years. He's one of the more popular home builders in this area, so he's been doing this a long time. So we do try to make it look like perhaps it is an older style house, just with some newer finishes and a fresher touch on it.
Beautiful. And even the bathroom. I love that you have details that look old, because it's not old. So it worked, Jesse, it worked. And then this beautiful bathroom.
Yeah, so we did, I love this cabinetry. It's a painted mahogany with a sand through, so it doesn't look super clean cut. You get a lot of character coming through, and it just fits the vibe of the carriage house.
There's so much to mention.
Yeah, so much to mention. Exactly. It's beautiful. Okay, Cara, so you each have one more. Cara, this one is, you called it the Vancouver Special House Renovation. Oh, yeah. There are some very, very lovely surprises in this project, and proving your really beautiful hand, your very adept hand for color. So let's take us through this.
So this was an amazing project to design, and it's definitely, I think, once in a lifetime to be able to flex your color muscles like this. So the client was an artist herself, like glassblower and graphic designer. So she really wanted some fun elements in there. So, but it was important to balance some really bold elements, which we don't necessarily see on this screen, with some softer.
No. So it's kind of starts soft, but then we go to the bar. Stephen, if you go to the next image, or the other side. Yeah, there you go.
We looked at a million tiles because we originally wanted to tile the back of this island, but we couldn't find anything we liked, and we kept coming back to this wallpaper. But we had to figure out how to make it durable, because a lot of feet and knees would be scuffing the back. So we actually made a plexiglass frame around it, so that if the plexiglass ever gets scuffed, you can change it out later. And then we pulled that mint island color you saw in the previous slide from the colors in this wallpaper, and we just love it. The client loves it. It's the first thing she sees when she walks out of her bedroom. And then we balance that really bold statement with the soft gray cabinets on the perimeter. And what you can't really tell in the pictures is the backsplash is actually triangles. And then we just grouted that with a white, so you have the texture, but it's not the obvious texture that you're looking at.
Yeah, when we were putting this together, actually, we were looking at the color. I couldn't tell first if it was, the light hitting into the picture, but actually the island is that soft green, and then the cabinets are the gray. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's correct.
Beautiful. Okay, so let's keep moving. The bathroom. This is just a great example, Cara, of like one bold move is sometimes enough.
So I love bringing color into a vanity. And so we picked this beautiful kind of Caribbean blue, and then everything else is just white and soft and textural, so that you have this statement, but it feels like a really peaceful space, because I think a bathroom should be like peaceful and serene still. So we have just kind of texture, which you can see from the floor. It's a penny round, and then the walls are just a stacked subway with that chevron in the niche. And then you'll see the gold accents there throughout this project.
And then sometimes in the smallest bathrooms is where you can make the biggest impression.
Yeah, so this is the just a little powder room off the ensuite, and because it was only going to be the homeowner seeing it, we kind of just went wild with it. So we have this kind of, it's really a little bit more corally in real life, but this beautiful coral vanity, which we pulled the color from the moth wallpaper, which is on all 4 walls, and just like really went bold. It was really hard to photograph because it was such a small space.
Yeah.
And we have those gold elements in there as well, and as well as that small floor, or the kind of penny round floor. And so I call this a Vancouver special because it's in a Vancouver special house. For those of you guys who don't know Vancouver very well, there was a building boom, I guess, in the kind of the 60s and 70s, and all the houses were built the same. They're just giant kind of boxy houses. So we wanted to pay homage to this house, but update it. So that's why you kind of have a little bit of retro elements to it to kind of just keep with that, the
Susie,
architecture of the home.
it's fantastic. Susie, exciting, right?
Oh, big fun. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like that little punch. You know, I don't have the guts to do that. You know, I'm in my house. Yet I love it. I love it because it's the word that keeps coming, and I can't figure out why this is. I'm feeling it, but it's like color with restraint.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is probably because we've got these pops of color, but we use the background that's very restrained, and so it's not like a paint factory exploded or anything. It's just it's a beautiful use of color.
Yeah, that's Cara, that is the thing that you already know, being so young. And I think it's the secret to using, color with a great hand. And I, have big name designers that I publish that I love who are known for color. And it's always about like white or black and the color, right?
Mhm.
And you seem to naturally kind of understand that in your project. So congratulations on that.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's great. So, okay, Jesse, last one. So you called this one Gardener's Delight. I don't know if you're teasing me or anything, but anyway, it's a little traditional and a little luxe, and it's very, very beautiful.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, we call it Gardener's Delight because the homeowner has an extensive garden out back, and she loves to cook. And this home has a lot of angles, so we had to really work with them, and we had to straighten out a wall and to get this layout, because before the island had a lot of wasted space and it was angled with the angles of the walls, and it just wasn't working quite right. So we straightened it out, and we were able to get the range over onto that back wall, and we were able to fit 2 sinks in. The wall that has shorter cabinetry, that did not have anything before. It just wasn't. We weren't able to fit that. Whoever put in the old kitchen wasn't able to fit anything on that wall because of the angles. So straightening that out allowed the ovens to go over there, and then also a little beverage or coffee area or snack area attached to it.
Yeah, all organized, by the way. I have to say, we're looking at, it's very elegant. Congratulations, beautiful light, beautiful organization. These are some tough problems to solve, like you said. Like there were all these angles, and you needed to figure out where to get the stove, and then it sort of resolved it. But fantastic.
Thank you so much. Yeah, organization was a big thing. She has a ton of spices because she has her garden out back, and she also has a lot of appliances that need to be tucked away.
Super. Well, congratulations. So we're going to reveal the class in a second, but just one last thought from each of you. First, Susie, inspiring, right? For anybody out there, super inspiring to see these amazing talent at such a young age.
Makes me so proud of the program. Just wow, good for you guys.
Yeah, exactly. And for each of you, what does it look like for you in the future? What are you most excited about, Jesse?
I think I'm most excited. I'm really excited for KBIZ to network with everyone. I want to see what party I don't even know about yet, and what can I dive into? And I've followed Richard A to Z for a couple years now, so I'm inspired by him, and I just, hopefully I can get into other areas of the industry and also continue growing Jared Design.
That's, first of all, Susie, that was like the most amazing answer, right? He
Well,
wants to
I
go
just
to
tell you,
David.
if we were not virtual, I would be hugging your neck.
Right. Exactly. He wants there, and he wants to go there, and he wants to meet Richard A to Z. There you go. And Cara, such beautiful opportunity in Canada. People take a little bit more risk. It's so lovely to see. And how are you growing as a designer? What are you excited about?
I think I'm just excited about all the possibilities, but I mean, that's an answer I feel like that takes a lot of thought, but
Yeah.
I'm excited for KBiz to network with everyone. I'm just excited to keep pushing the limits. That's something that even through university I did, was just push myself, push my envelope, because that's how you get amazing design. And it was actually really interesting doing this kind of picture challenge, because like Jesse's designs are so different from Vancouver designs. So just being able to network with my peers and being exposed to kind of the design styles in different areas of North America.
I think, first of all, thank you for saying that, because I think the secret to even growing your own language as a designer is to appreciate others that are completely different than yours, but are like have that high standard in the same way. And you just responded exactly in that way. So congratulations to our special 30 under 30. And I think we're going to pull up a list right now to meet the class of 2022. We're going to meet the 30 under 30s. And meanwhile, the incoming class is going to formally be inducted on the KBiz next stage on February 8th at 9:30 a.m. In Orlando this year. Susie, did I get it right?
You're right. You're right.
Good. Good. Well, congrats to 30 under 30. Susie, I can't wait to hug you in February and hang together and have fun and be inspired by design and all the good things that KBiz has to offer. So
it'll be a special show to be together.
It really, really will. So are we bringing up the, I think we're saying goodbye, and then the roll is going to come up. So a big congrats to all 30 under 30. I wish I remembered what it was like to be 30 again. Bye, everybody.
Well, thank you so much, and I look forward